Alright, y'all. So we back again, another episode of the Herbal Artist Hotline. This is where you could ask your questions, share your comments. Feel free to hashtag conditions in the chat if you like to come up on the live and just, vibe about a condition that you're dealing with. And what the body is doing, that's what we look at here. You're not experiencing any symptoms or anything like that because the body knows what to do. And it's always doing the right thing. So how could you be experiencing symptoms? You're not. The body's taking action, and now you have to know what the body needs for them actions to correct what is happening in the body. Simple as that. They say mental health is a big thing. That was an next post I saw this morning. So mental health is how much times, boy? Like 3 times more than what it was or something like that. That's why I don't really look at news and all of that shit, because a lot of distractions. When I do partake of it, you partake of it knowing what it is. Because it's designed to just manipulate and generate feelings. That's all it is. If you want to navigate through all of the stuff that's going on, definitely when it comes to your herbs, drink up your herbs, because it's energy, it's fuel to your body. The food that you're buying in the stores, you're not getting enough. You can't eat enough to be able to energize your body. Definitely fuel your body with some herbs. Get some more herbs in. And you'll see how all the sickness and stuff starts to, disappear. The mental health issues too starts to go away. Because that's how you get to the mind. That is literally how you get to the mind, is by fueling the body. Because when you focus on the body, that's what you're here for. All right? You here for the body. That's it. Every cell in your body is there for a purpose. And that purpose is to work together for the body to function efficiently. What is happening with the body? The body is being manipulated into reactions. And what does this is the language that you were taught. The language that you were taught is an energy, because what we are is energy, and that's how we communicate. So the language is generating feelings, and you are going by what? Words and meanings. And you get locked into this cycle of thinking, right? Because they teach us from what? From small. They teach us the language. That's the only thing that was taught, the language. With all the thinking now, what is the thinking doing? Because the thinking is happening in the mind, the unseen. You don't see words coming out of nowhere. You hear them, right? And how they say sound travels through what? Through the darkness. All of this is the darkness. There's nothing to see here. But we know it's here because we could do all of this. Right? And while we do all of this, we feel all kinds of things as we move through the darkness, through space, whatever you want to call it. Remember, the words is what we're looking at. All right? Because once you focus on your body, you know how to deal with words. You put in the right things in. Once you put the right things in now and energize that body, the mind gets clearer. You start observing more. And the first thing you start observing is your body. Yeah, we just say go out in nature and, be one with nature. What do you think the body is? This is why you can't teach the body anything. You can't teach the physical, just like the physical nature. You can't teach it. That's the fail-safe we put in place because of the manipulation of the mind, right? That man brought with language. Like the other day we was talking about the religion thing, right? And there's a lot of people saying about prophecy, and this is to happen. Right? It is happening. It's been happening since I've been here. And it will continue to happen because man has nothing new. Language is the program. And it is what have you sick mentally. And for you to be sick physically, you have to be sick mentally because you have to access the mind to get to the body. This is why they force the language on you. This is why all of the things that they say happen. Right? With all these stories, it's because of the language. The language will have everybody in chaos. Because what does it do? It generates belief. So if you believe, hey, something wrong with me, you go check, you get checked out. They run the numbers. They come back with language. That's what it is. They come back with language. They tell you what you have. Right? Pay attention to the words. Every word is made up of letters or symbols. Every symbol or letter is what? Is a number. There are only 9 numbers. We talk about this all the time. Right? When we train, this is what we train about. Because energy, plants is energy. It's not about, you see, the language is what makes things complicated. It's designed that way. It's designed to generate feelings. You want to really know why you feel the way you do? Pay attention to the language that is playing in your mind. That's it. Look at it for what it is. It's energy. It has to be energy to manipulate you into thinking and believing that you should be doing certain things. It comes right back to what we're putting in. And the food that we put in is something we do every day. Some of us do every day, multiple times a day. So now you have to look at that. Because 90% of that food that has been processed boils right down to sugar. And the more the sugar enters the body by compromising the liver. Starting liver cleanse April 4th this year, 2025. All you should check it out. Just tap the liver cleanse group and you'll all be in there. That's what sugar does. It just hijacks the body. Just like how the language hijacks the mind, the sugar hijacks the body. And once it's inside, now it starts making its way where in the cells. And your cells is what makes up everything. It makes up the tissues. It makes up everything. Right? Glands, organs, whatever name you want to call it. It comes right back down to cells. That's it. So once the sugar starts entering the cell is going to die. Because what? Because more earth has entered the cell. And it's not earth that is what? Nourishing to the body. It's a toxic one. Man-made sugar that was designed to be sweet. When man knows that the being loves sweet, needs sweet. Because sweet is just minerals all. Oh gosh. Make it make sense. There is no sugar in the earth. The fruit is sweet. That's it. And how it gets sweet is from the minerals it's absorbed from the earth. That's it. So you're literally taking in nothing but mineral water. Right? The purest form because it comes through the root. But then they tell you it's sugar and don't eat this because it's sweet. Don't eat that because it's sweet. And how they find this sugar in there and that sugar in there. None of that sugar is man-made. I don't care what it is. They're playing with words. That's what they're doing. They're playing with words. And due to the fact they're playing with words and they know how to put them together, here you are believing. Right? That's not how the matrix go with all the numbers coming down, running all these ways. That's what it is. Pay attention to everything. This is anything that you do. Whether you work, you go to school, just slow it down, man. Observe, man. Observe. Observe it for really what it is. So you get a better understanding of what the hell you're really doing. Right? What it is we really doing here. We wasting time because I don't know. I know why, because it's a belief. Right? There's a belief that somebody is coming and some are leaving this planet. I'll keep it simple, is what we are taught. This planet. Right? That shit ain't happening. It can't. There's only 2 things. There's the mind and the body. The unseen and the seen. Man came with what? Language. That's it. and implanted language where? In the mind, because the darkness is the mind. The physical body, you could see it, but what runs it? The mind. Your mind. If you want to put it like that. But it is the mind. I don't know, yeah. I'm just saying, keep it simple. Nobody coming, nobody going. So put it like this. And all this shit that happening today, right, is because man has been so mentally manipulated, believing in all the different fuckery shit it have out here that language generated, and you feel that is life. Well, it is actually life, because LIE is in life, LIE is in belief, LIE is in live. They're not here to lie to you. The language doesn't lie. It cannot lie to you. It manipulates you. Right? Because you're going by words and meaning, but look at the energy within the word. Look at the energy within the word. You know, when you hear the third eye, you should know for a fact there's only one eye. If there's even an eye. Because you can't look somebody in the right eye and the left eye at the same time. No, your eye will be bouncing back and forth. There ain't no third eye, there ain't none of that shit. That's just language. Look at all the books that you read. You know, 66 books. This is what? It's comfrey here. Comfrey and lemongrass. I ain't playing. We come back to the belief, man. Just look at your belief for what it is. Just, nobody is telling you to, you know, go against nothing or nothing like that. Just really and truly, look at what have you in such hate for somebody else. Look at the language that is playing out in your mind before you react. Before you react. Because that's what the system wants you to do. This is what the matrix is about. This is what society is about. To have everyone reacting. Once you have everything reacting, it's like saying the body has symptoms. The body has no symptoms. The body is taking action. It don't know nothing about reacting. It does not know to react. When self comes in, because self is the program. You are taught to love self. Self is what? SELF, 4 letters. Right, there's only 9 numbers, so understand that the 4 has everything to do with feeling. So when we blend in and we working with what? The heart with the 4 chambers, you understand when the energy that you putting in there. Come on, man. You know, keep it simple. When it comes to what we are, you can't go wrong. On the 15th of March, we have the kidney workshop coming up. You know, just a maintenance drill. So on the 15th, we're doing the talk about it. And then the 16th, we start in order to maintenance. So if you want to do a little kidney maintenance for about 6 days, if it's something that you want to do, prepare. So start looking for other things to eat. You know, don't wait to start and then, oh shit, I can't eat this, I can't eat that, and you know, then you quit, per se. Start preparing. Everything you're trying to do, or you're going to do, not try, but going to do, you have to prepare. And when I say prepare, you gotta take action. That's all that is. Preparing is taking action. It's not thinking. Thinking is man-made. This is why your body is reacting. Making the body go to work for 8 hours a day because they want you to come back to work. Right? They won't make it 9 hours. They'll make it 8 hours a day. Right? And how much days a week? 5 days a week. So with that 5 days a week, you feel, it generates a feeling of wholeness, right? 5. The body is made up of air, water, earth, and fire. And then the mind is what we are. You have to have the 5 to be whole, and this is what we are. So you see, look at everything that man has taught you for what it is. Energy. Keep it simple and you'll never have an issue again. How could you have problems with your kidney, right? When you know that sugar is a poison. And if you're still having issues knowing that sugar is a poison and you still constantly putting the same amount in, then what is that? That's a mental health issue. Let me cool out with the words. It's a mental issue. That shit is happening in the mind. And how is it happening in the mind? From what you have been taught. What does man say? Your biggest battle is with who? Self. You notice everybody have a self? God himself has a self. So the battle, who is self? That's what you should ask. Who is self? Because self is that person you could describe from as far back as you could what? Could remember. And that is everything that you have been taught. That is all the language compiled together. From all the senses that they taught you that you have experienced. That is who self is. I'm just saying, what about what we are? It's like me being black, right? You consider me being black. Black man. What I've been taught about a black man and all this type of stuff, and black man is three-fifths and all this bullshit, you know what I mean? The language that is designed to generate feelings, to have you feeling like you're less than somebody else, or you know, like you lower. But I choose to know what black is. And because black is what we are, there's only two things. There's the mind and the body. The body is the physical. The mind is the unseen. Without it, there is no body. Without space is the same thing. There is no planets. It is what we are. Here we are going through all this nonsense, man, for no reason at all. It's like you live in somebody's movie or something. It's because them four letter words, you know. Especially fear. You have fear. You have hate. You have love. Them four letter words, listen. Come on, man. Pay attention to everything. Observe everything that comes across your eyes, your ears, everything that enters the mind. Because the space, all this shit is the mind. The mind is everywhere and is nowhere. Everywhere and is nowhere. Observation is key. Take your mind back. Don't let media take it away. Don't let the language take it from us. Guard your mind at all times. Don't fall for the nonsense. They talk about, everybody talking about boycotting and they want to do it longer. Yeah, really do it longer. Shut the shit down. Seriously, check this out. It's just a story. That's all it is. And if this is what they're pushing, then just shut it down. Stay where it's for a little bit. Don't buy nothing. You have what you need and do this before they do it to you. Because it's coming. It's coming, right? It's prophecy. It's just, to me, it's just language. I'm just saying. Black man, just know why they call it black, yo. Understand why they call you black. Why there's so much fear. The day you choose to know what black is, words can't explain that. Words can't, just how words can't explain what we are. And that's the best words I could find to explain it. When it comes to being black, nah, You all ain't really grab the concept of being black. Just because the lights come on, that don't mean the darkness goes anywhere. It's just words they're playing with. And once you look at them words for what it is, you can't be manipulated no more. You put your energy where it needs to be. It's not distracted, because that's all new language does. It distracts you with stories. And here you are now reacting to all of these stories, generating all these beliefs. It doesn't matter what you believe, at the end of the day, belief is belief. And that belief comes from one place, language. With that was another episode of the Atlantis Hotline, where we just vibe here. It's all about wellness, awareness. Because once you become fully aware of what we are, there is no way you will know at any given point in time what to give the body. Absolutely no way. The only how you wouldn't know what to give the body is when you start thinking. That's it. And when you start thinking, you know self has been activated. Do you want self-generating feelings to have you feeling all kinds of ways, or you just want to be the energy that we are and feel everything that is real about what we are? Yes, it's your choice. That's the only choice there is, actually. If there was a choice, it would be knowing what we are. Because belief is not a choice. We know this for a fact. It's just another man's story. Who controls the language? Way like this. I always say, no man is higher than the crown. So if there was a reparations to pay, it would be to everybody from the crown. And that's simple, you know. That ain't hard to do. I gotta call Steven. Steven, you need to link me, bro. Let me know if you want to do this. If you want to be a part. Okay, y'all. With that, y'all have a great day. Because tomorrow is never here, so you could never have a good tomorrow. Okay, y'all. With that, have a great day. Because tomorrow is never here, so you could never have a good tomorrow.